Fontana, California plays host to the 5th race of the 2011 NASCAR Sprint Cup season. Today, after 400 miles, another season-long battle will begin, the fight for the top 35 in owner points. As of this moment, 3 teams and 2 Californian drivers stand to lock themselves into the show at Martinsville. Fenton, Missouri's Ken Schrader returns to Frankie Stoddard's car 1 week after the 32's first DNQ of the season slipped them back 9 spots in the standings. They now sit 33rd, just 14 points ahead of 35th. Schrader brings with him nearly 3 decades of Cup experience and looks to give the startup team its first guaranteed starting spot. For Bakersfield's Casey MEARS and Germain Racing, the disappointment of Daytona is now a distant memory in the face of a new and persistent challenge. MEARS is now the man on the bubble, his Geico Toyota the one 4 drivers will be chasing. He stands now just 1 point ahead of Dave Blaney, 2 ahead of Tony Raines, 3 ahead of Andy Lally, and only 6 ahead of Travis Kvapil. But don't forget about Orange, California's Robbie Gordon. His number 7 is only 7 points ahead of 35th, following a costly accident at Bristol. Ranked 34th between Schrader and MEARS, the rebellious owner-driver hopes that a home field advantage will keep him out of knockout qualifying. So stay tuned, folks. It's about to get wild at the back of the pack. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Brock Beard, and this is your starting lineup as they have qualified for the Auto Club 400 at the Auto Club Speedway of Southern California. On the pole for his 150th start is the destroyer Juan Pablo Montoya. He and outside pole sitter Denny Hammer and Hamlin now have their first top 10 starts of the season. Row 2, sliced bread himself Joey Logano won a nationwide race here in 2009, and sleek and swift Regan Smith has the best average start of any Cup driver this year. Row 3, the Rushville Rocket, last fall's winner Tony Stewart dominated at Las Vegas, and in 6th is car number 6 of the amazing David Reagan. Row 4, the Mayor, 1999 runner-up Jeff Burton, and the Wild Thing Kyle Busch was 8th fastest in a backup car following this wreck during Friday's first practice session. Row 5, the Rocket Man, 2002 pole sitter Ryan Newman, and the Mark V of 1998 winner Mark Martin has finished no worse than 6th in his last 3 Fontana starts. In Row 6 is mighty Matt Kenseth looking for his 4th victory at this track, and Joplin, Missouri's Jamie McMurray swept both poles here last season. Row 7, the Tasmanian Devil Marcus Ambrose in the DeWalt Stanley Tools Ford, and Huda Man David Rudaman fastest in Friday's practice. Row 8, the bright yellow fella Paul Menard, 4 career best finishes at the first 4 tracks of the season, and the 40 dominate of 5-time and defending Fontana winner Jimmy Johnson. Row 9, the warrior from Emporia, Clint Boyer looks to win just one for the Gipper in the Ronald Reagan car, and it's black, it quacks, it's sponsored by Aflac, the 99 of 2008 winner Concrete Carl Edwards. Row 10, the red bulldozer of 2-time pole sitter Brian Vickers and dangerous AJ Allmendinger. Row 11, Brad the Big Keselowski in the Miller Lite Dodge and the second Red Bull Toyota of 2004 pole sitter and 2006 fall winner Casey Citizen Kane. Row 12, the double deuce of point leader and 2003 winner Kurt Busch in the AAA colors, and happy Kevin Harvick, last year's runner-up in the Jimmy John's Chevrolet. Row 13 has car 13 as Casey MEARS reappears as the top goer go homer, and the New Jersey Fury Martin Truex Jr. starts to his outside. Row 14, all aboard the Trevor Bayne train in 27th spot, joined by Landon Sandcastle in his return to Phoenix Racing. Row 15 has 2 Hendrick teammates, the Wonder Boy, 3-time Fontana winner Jeff Gordon, and fan favorite Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the AMP Chevrolet. Row 16, the Buckeye Bullet, Dave Blaney with a new look on his Excel Construction Chevrolet, and the Biffmeister 2005 winner Greg Biffle. Row 17, the Texas Twister, Michael McDowell gets HP Racing LLC its best start of the year, alongside Bobby Labonte, a strong 13th place run at Bristol. Row 18, owner-driver Robbie Gordon has associate sponsorship from Food for Less, and full throttle Travis Kvapil with another new paint scheme. Row 19, Riverside's David Gilliland did another front row Ford, and road racer Andy Lally 38th in order points for TRG Motorsports. Row 20, Super K, Kenny Schrader makes his first start of the season, and front row Joe Nemechek was the inaugural pole sitter here in 1997. Row 21, The Onion, Todd Bodine returns to Germain Racing for the first time since the Gatorade Duels, and the 37 of Tony Have You Ever Seen the Reigns is now managed by Larry Gunselman. And in row 22, all by himself, J.J. Yeley suffered an engine problem on pit road and was unable to complete a qualifying lap. Nevertheless, only 43 cars showed up to qualify, so Yeley made the show and no one was sent home. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your field for the Auto Club 400 at the Auto Club Speedway of Southern California. And another